Hey everyone, Scooby-Doo here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Incinerator Stormtrooper by Black Series, the life-size helmet. Also too, a happy May the 4th be with you, which is tomorrow actually. We're going to be looking at a couple of my other Black Series Stormtrooper helmets. I did some modifications, some paint works, and added some decals as well. I'm kind of warming up for a review of my Boba Fett Black Series helmet, which should be coming out. I think I should probably be getting it next week. I pre-ordered that a while ago. And I've actually been seeing some of the videos on YouTube already, so I don't know how people got those early, but whatever. So again, this is a warm-up. I wanted to talk about this helmet. I believe this Incinerator Stormtrooper helmet came out probably like 8 or 9 months ago. And at the time, I just didn't have room for all the helmets that I already had, and now I came up with an idea for a display, so I went ahead and purchased it. And so we're going to go ahead and do a review. This is my Commander Stormtrooper, done with the decal kit. And then this one over here is a new helmet that I've been working on. It was going to be a Sand Trooper, but I already have Sand Trooper helmets. This one's a kind of a play on the Remnant Stormtrooper, which they're actually going to be doing a 1/6 scale version of that from the Mandalorian series. And actually, if you remember, about 2 months ago I was actually working on a Stormtrooper, which is this one right here. I'm actually going to turn him into one of those as well, because I pre-ordered the 1/6 scale Mandalorian figure. So working on some other displays. So these, just right off the bat, these helmets are freaking awesome. They're easy to modify. And again, this one, I just took off the pictures that I saw off the sideshow for the helmet. And then again, this one over here is the Commander. Now on the Commander, I think I'm going to weather him, because most of the helmets I'm going to have on display will be weathered in some form. But I will actually have just a pristine white one as well. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at our Incinerator helmet. Now, the outside the box, this helmet looks fantastic. And in most cases, especially with like 1/6 scale figures, you know, and more so with sideshow figures, the pictures on the box don't really represent what is within the box. And Black Series, really, with the helmets, I don't see a need for them to do that, but apparently they did, because this is definitely not what you get inside of the box. So really quickly, I'm gonna move my other helmets over so we can get a side-by-side, because I actually took it out of the box and put it together. So this is the side-by-side comparison. So you can see on the outside of the box, you can see it does have these scratch marks in a couple different areas. And then you can look and see all the scratch marks that come on the actual helmet. Way too many. Way too many. It almost looks like if like a little bird or something hopped in some white paint and just kind of walked all over the front of his helmet. I still like the helmet, don't get me wrong, but one, I was kind of expecting it to be, I was expecting this to be, you know, like a sticker, a decal. I didn't know that they actually just painted right onto the helmet itself, which is okay. Also too, with this one, compared to the box, this one has a really matte finish to it. And the one on the box, although I guess it could be kind of matte, it looks more of the shinier version of the Black Series helmets, you can see there. So more of a matte finish, plastic kind of looking, compared to the shinier version, which I'll just kind of show you right here. You can see the two. They just use a different shade of plastic, which I don't know if they did that out of making it look weathered or kind of dull, but I really would have just preferred if they would use this one, and I would have preferred if they used a decal, which I don't know. For some reason, I thought that's what they used. Now, the paint on it is actually pretty good. They got some weathering right here, which is very similar to the weathering that I just do on the helmets. And I guess they figured that since not everybody does their own weathering or modifications, that they would kind of add that. So kudos for Black Series for doing that, but I think really the main thing for me that I don't like, and it's not so much the matte finish, it's just the overabundance of all these white marks compared to the one that's on the box, which is really subtle. And again, the vibrant red that they used on the box compared to what they used here. So overall, I think if you're just collecting the helmets, I think I would actually go for a kit if they sell one for this, a decal kit, which actually I have quite a few helmets, and I'm doing some of the shock troopers, and this is a decal kit that I'm going to be doing on one of my shock trooper, or on one of my helmets for a shock trooper. And just to kind of give you an example, so I went ahead and did this last night. Get this box out of the way. I actually did a blue one that is weathered, surprisingly. And this is the weathered one right here. I did it in blue. Again, compare the two side by side. Again, this newer one, I mean, it's not bad. It's just I prefer the shinier plastic. It looks better, I think. And then again, the scratch marks on here, if you look at them close, they're not scratch marks. It's just part of the painting. Whereas this, when you use the stickers and the decals, you actually get that battle look. I mean, and then of course I added some temper paint to it as well, but I mean, you get this layered type look with this. And by the way, if you buy a kit like this, you can actually buy it like this, or you can buy it like this one, which is all original. Buy the original, and then if you want to tear it up, just use your fingernail or something, because getting one that's like this already, the decals, to take them off to put them on are just really difficult to do. Because actually what I did is a lot of times is I actually just tore more of this off. I just used my fingernail and scratched off areas to it. Anyways, it's back. So anyway, so here's again a part of my collection of my Black Series Stormtroopers and my review on the Incinerator. Again, I actually got him pretty cheap too as well. I saw him selling for like over $100, and I think I got this at Best Buy for like $65, which is probably around the original retail, I'm assuming. The only Black Series Stormtrooper helmet that I don't have, even though I didn't buy this, actually I ordered the Shock Trooper helmet last year, and then after I pre-ordered it, or no, I didn't pre-order, I ordered it, and I got a really great deal on it. GameStop came back and said, oh, we're out of them, sorry, so we're not going to send it to you. Just kind of lame. But anyways, I'll have the Shock Troopers, the blue one and the red one. But the only one that I actually don't have is the Shadow Trooper, because at the time when that one came out, I wasn't collecting helmets, so I really wasn't aware of it being available. Plus two, I had no idea where I was going to put it. So I would like to add that to my collection, but those are so expensive. They're going for like over $200, like on eBay, and I'm not going to spend that for that particular helmet. So I'm going to keep my eye out for it, and maybe sometime in the future, either they'll make them again, or I'll just find a really good deal on them. But so anyway, so that's the video for today. And again, look for the FET review. Man, I've been waiting for that helmet for quite a while. I kind of don't like pre-ordering stuff because I don't like waiting, but then you start doing other stuff, and then before you know it, it's out. So yeah, so look for that next week, and look for some other videos. I might work on that 1/6 scale Stormtrooper, and then I also have the child, aka Baby Yoda. I have a couple of those that were pre-ordered, both from the Sideshow and the Hasbro larger versions of him as well. And of course, we're working on the Star Wars room and everything else that's in there. The Back to the Future room, the virtual pinball. Hopefully that gets shipped out within the next week. I mean, you know, this whole virus thing just put a halt on a lot of stuff over these last few months. So hopefully that'll get shipped out in the next week or two, and then we'll start working on the Back to the Future room and all that stuff as well. So again, may the 4th be with you for tomorrow, and I shall talk to you real soon.